Morning, everyone. It's Jason Kingery here. Looking to talk to you this morning about some CB inTouch. Kind of going to just do an overview today. We'll kind of circle back to really kind of the beginning here. How do we set up our page? You know, how can we add additional pages, particularly if we're a pro user? I kind of want to spend a little bit of time in there because I want you to start adding some of your own content, putting together your site. This is such a great and powerful site. I want you guys to make it very personal. So what I'm looking to do today is show you how to get in there, add some additional pages. You do have to be a pro user to do this. I recommend you spend the money and become a pro user. It is not that big of an investment. I came from the days when you used to spend about $175 to $250 a month just to have a website. So for 100 and what is it now, Katrina?
75.
175 bucks. You can have your site. It's a no-brainer for me, and have a highly customizable site. Without further ado, then let's jump into the system and take a look here. Go to the gateway, log in. Let's just start at the beginning here, right there at the dashboard. I'm going to click on the dashboard and get in. You see the last couple months they've kind of changed the layout of this a little bit. I think it's a little easier, a little faster to get around in there, which is kind of nice. I don't want to spend a ton of time on our tabs up here. We'll maybe get into this a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit about the campaigns, because I think it's always good to circle back to those, because most of you are probably meeting new buyers, meeting new sellers, and trying to figure out a way to stay in touch with them, almost with the ninja selling approach, to ensure that they don't go anywhere else. So I do want to talk a little bit about that today, but let's go all the way over here to the right, and under your name, you can see it says, "Hi, Jason." We've got our website admin, my account, and email settings. So two things. One, the email settings, if you haven't gotten onto the site before, is one of the places you want to start, because you have to create your email signature. So you can see I've got my little logo here, my contact information. And the idea behind this is that when you are sending out all of your marketing pieces, you need to have a signature there so they know who to follow up with. So one of the first things you're going to want to do is just go in there, and you can see right here, email signature, just put that signature together. You can add some images and stuff if you want, links, whatever, but I think it's a good place to just start. I want to go back here, and today I want to spend some time on the website admin. Because this site has a lot of powerful stuff, I want you guys, again, to be able to customize this site to really something that you can be proud of, and that you can put some real detailed information, maybe about a farm that you're working, maybe about some stuff that you do for your buyers or sellers that other agents don't do. So I want to talk a little bit about the stuff to put in here. I want to show you my site. I'm going to just go right here and open up another tab. And when you open it up, okay, the first thing you'll see is my large image here. This is a customizable image. Any one of you can change this image to whatever you'd like. The one thing that's very specific about this image is that it has to be a certain size. I believe it's 1926 by 789 or 798. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But you can see I've put together a couple of extra tabs up here. The blog is a new one that they've just got for pro users that goes out automatically, and this has been really kind of cool. I don't have to create any of this content. Boom, it just shows up every month, so that's really awesome. If you scroll down on my site here a little bit, there's the contact information and the featured listings. That's constantly scrolling through. So if anyone's got $25,000, there's a place out in New Raymer here for sale. That's probably about the cheapest real estate you're going to find in Colorado. And then we've got the blog posts show up on here, and then I went ahead and put just my YouTube video stuff on here. This is one of the really cool things about using the CB Silver and Gold, the CB Listing Rewards program, the Silver, Gold, and Platinum for that matter, is that now we can actually use these videos over and over as part of our marketing. So once someone creates something like that, go into YouTube and load them up in there. I also have some staging. It looks like a couple of them may have lost the feed. I'll have to go and update those. But just some stuff about staging. So quite a bit of information on my first page. But let's start with this first image. So let's go back into our inTouch. And here we go. We've got the landscaping, and that's the way it's set out. We don't have to change the color schemes or anything like that. But the site images, There it is right there. And now it says my current banner. Now I can change this banner to whatever I would like by clicking edit. So here's the number right here. It says your image must be a JPEG or PNG file with a zero size no more than 500 kilobytes. The optimal size for your selected item is 1920 wide by 768 pixel size. So we know that this is the exact size you want to have your photo. So one of the things you want to make sure you're doing when you decide to select a photo to put in there, make sure that it's a portrait style photo, landscaping type of stuff. If you want to put a picture of a house or something like that, make sure that it's a very horizontal house, not a very vertical house, aka a ranch or something like that. You don't want to stretch it out, excuse me, and make it look silly. And then you can choose your file and upload it. Prior to uploading it, you do want to make sure that, again, it's that size. There's one program I use to resize. A lot of your computers may have programs. A free program that I download is called InfraView. That's INFRAN View, InfraView. And InfraView is a free program. You can download it, CNET, and it's got sizing and picture editing software. I believe Apple has some, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. But most of these most of your programs will have something to resize a picture. And
Can you repeat that one more time, Jason?
Sure. That website is InfraView, INFRAN View, VIEW, and you can download that free from CNET. Just type in CNET in Google, and it'll have all kinds of stuff you can download. So that's usually a safe place to download these types of files, because I'm always nervous when I'm online about where I should be downloading something, and CNET seems to be pretty safe. But then you can go in there and you can actually select the exact size of pixelization, because this pixel again is 1920 by 768. You can see below we have some if you want to just change yours. You can see we've got some other images down here. There's I thought we had some of Denver in here. Maybe we don't just yet. But lots and lots of images. Oh, there's Denver right there, the skyline there. Feel free to download and change any of these. Now, in Colorado, you might not want to put the beach there. That might be some false advertising. I recognize you want to be there, but we've got lots and lots of images to download there if you want. If you don't want the standard one that's there. Again, I recommend you use your own image. I use the Welcome to Colorful Colorado. That's kind of a an iconic sign. Anyone coming in from Colorado, basically north, south, east, or west, is going to run into that sign. But if you have some great artistic friends or someone who shoots a photo, or you've got some photos yourself, feel free to load them into InfraView and size them to that. Okay, let's go back here. So again, that's site images. And then we've got pages. So one of the things I tell everyone, whenever you're working in these sites, is you have to RTS. Like, what is RTS, Jason? What's that? It's read the screen. It's really simple. You actually have to read all the images, read all the words. Now, in our lives right now, most everything is image-based. You look at your iPhone, very image-based. You've got Pinterest, all image-based. But sometimes we actually have to RTS and read the screen. So it says select a page name, because you think, well, where are my pages? I expect them to just pop up. No, they're right here. Just read your page name. We've got home, sell, communities, about, partners. Jason's cool. And then I've got a draft here, one that I'm working on. I'm working on a tab for luxury homes. But let's go ahead and click the home page. So here's my home page. This is some of the stuff I have loaded up here. You saw this. This is the staging stuff, local real estate. So we can change, add, or edit any of this. We do have some SEO title descriptions. So if you scroll right down to the bottom here, it says SEO titles and descriptions. Set your page titles and descriptions that will display in search engine results. The default pages and descriptions follow best practices for search engine optimization. We're talking SEO here. Changes may affect where your website appears in search results. Get more help on SEO. I've never clicked that, so let's click it. Here we go. Customize your SEO titles and description. Update your SEO titles and description. Improve your website visibility on Google and other search engines. Start in the upper right-hand corner of your system and click on your name. This will open the Profile Admin drop-down menu next to your photo and select the Website Admin. So there we go. That's where we're at. We're at the Website Admin. Here's right our site, and then right down here is our SEO titles. So we can add certain stuff in there that will help it. And it says, it's got some tips here. It looks like SEO title should be 60 characters or less before you start. Think about the different keywords that someone might search in order to find your page. So this is really important, especially if you're looking for highly specific stuff, maybe a specific neighborhood, Highland Meadows homes for sale. You see the homes for sale stuff, but put specific neighborhoods in there. I don't think it would be terrible to put some zip codes in there. That's something I've been thinking about doing, is adding zip codes in there, because you'll see people search for homes for sale in 80550, homes for sale in 80715, all those types of stuff. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad deal either. So again, that's at the bottom under here. So I've just got meta description, Coldwell Banker. Hope you find the home and contact us today. No-co homes and real estate, Coldwell Banker residential Bocha. So this would be maybe I would say buying a home in northern. Excuse me. Buying a home in northern Colorado. Buying in, where I primarily do a lot of my business, Windsor. Buying in Windsor. Now, there's several Windsors, so you might want to say Windsor CO. You get the idea. You can add more and more to this to help your search. Let's go back up here. So again, we can title our page. This is our home page. We don't need to change that one. Everyone's home page is the same. But we can change that as well so it shows up at the top differently. Now, I want to go to a page that I've done some customization for. Jason is cool. I mean, everyone's going to click on that, right?
I would.
So they click on that. And this is something one of the things I want you guys to really think about when you're putting your page together is, how are we going to connect with people? And not just connect with them on a real estate basis, but how do we connect with them interpersonally? Stuff about you, stuff about your passion, stuff about your what you like to do in your free time, or what you like to do for your hobbies or volunteer work, that type of stuff. I think this is a great place to do this. And as a pro user, you get to add these additional tabs. So one of the tabs I've gotten here is Jason is cool. And you can scroll down here and you can see I've put some stuff in here. Just some images of my family and my little rascals. People know I'm a family guy. I've written some testimonials in there. One of the things that if you've ever taken my Star 90 class, you've heard me say I'm a 5-star agent. That's one of those subtle things that I embed in my client's head as I'm working with them. So when I do something really good and they recognize it, wow, thanks, Jason. This is a great house. This is exactly what you're looking for. Well, that's because I'm a 5-star agent. Because eventually what's going to happen is you're going to ask for a testimonial. And that testimonial is going to be coming from maybe Zillow or Trulia or Yahoo or one of these places where you're looking for the additional information. Now, the cool thing is everyone's used to clicking stars. If you've ever bought anything on Amazon, what's the most ratings you can give something? You can give it 5 stars. So if I find a product online and I'm thinking about buying it for my consumption, and I read and it's got 2 stars from like 30 or 40 people, I'm not interested in purchasing that product. I move on and I find a replacement product. And the same thing can be said for you for your online reputation. I don't want you guys to get a bad online reputation. So one of the important things to do is get the feedback and get your 5 stars at Zillow, at Trulia, and all those places. I usually get a deal or two a year from someone who just said, hey, we read your profile and we saw that you're a highly respected agent. That's what we love to hear out of our prospective clients. So I kind of put that in here. I put in some of my testimonial stuff here, just from some of my clients. I put in my Trust of Trulia, Integrity Selling, any awards you got from the company, and real simple stuff to do. Now I'm going to flesh this page out some more. I've got some more stuff kind of mulling around in my head, and it's going to be, I want to do it more image-based. Like I said, we are very image-based. Pictures of me maybe fishing, some spots in Windsor that I like to spend time, the parks. We have really amazing parks there. I've been taking pictures all summer of all the festivals and stuff that go on in Windsor. The Windsor Town Harvest Festival. We have a big crafts fair there. In Loveland, we have an amazing art walk there at Benson Sculpture Park, and taking some pictures of that stuff to try to help encourage people to see that, wow, he's more than just a real estate professional. We all buy from people we know, like, and trust. And I want people to figure out, I want you to give them a million different reasons for them to like you. So in doing this, all you do is you would name this page whatever you want to. You can't make it too long. And then you just start adding it. Now, when you do all this stuff, you can see I still have to do my SEO down here in Meta. Click Save. When you make a change to any of that, click Save. Oh, it says custom page cannot contain special characters, so I can't have my exclamation mark here. It looks like I didn't know that. That was good to learn. So now I go Save, and now it'll go, and I can go into my site. It'll give me a quick, let's just show you. So there it is. So I'm getting ready to start another row of images down here, and then about halfway down the page, just below, in between these, I'm going to put some other images of the areas that I work. And notable landmarks. You guys in Denver here, you guys have all these great landmarks. You got Wash Park, you've got the Flatirons, you got all these great images. Get out there with your iPhone. They don't have to be great. And once you shrink them down to this size, they're going to look super high res anyway. About tab. Mine is mostly words here. I think I need to put some more images in here, but mine, and guys, feel free to steal any of my stuff. You're not going to hurt my feelings one bit. I talk about how I harness internet, social media, video, MLS, and it's just kind of this is a little rambling, if you will. I'd like to make it maybe more bullet pointed, but it talks about us. What is the type of agent he or she is really looking for, and how can I connect with them? So, what's Jason really like? He likes spending time with his boys and wife. He's fly fishing, a good joke, the company of good friends, a good book, classic cars, weekend barbecues, rehabbing homes, helping people in their life, not just real estate. And make it easy for them to call you. And I have had people say, hey, I read that you're a fly fisherman. We're coming into town. We're staying in Fort Collins. Is there any rivers around there? And I'll absolutely send them up to the Pooter. I'll tell them what to fish. And, a relationship can be spawned from that. How we can help them, any type of credentials you want. You can see mine's, a lot of stuff we got. And then here we also have a spot to get recommendations. So you can see I have mine in two places. I have recommendations here, and I also have client testimonials as well that I put in there myself from people. So in creating this tab, let's go back here. You can add a new page as a pro user. So as a pro user, I click, add new page. I'm going to just call this one test, save, and now I've got a draft of test, and I can start putting together my page. It doesn't have to go live here, which is kind of nice. You can start putting some stuff in here. Hey, what do I want to do? And maybe you want that page to be a subdivision. Maybe it's your farm. You only have so many spaces, so you can see I can't quite put meadows all the way on there. But you can add that and put a specific subdivision, or maybe you're working on a regular basis. Maybe you have a listing in there right now. Or you're doing, a lot of marketing in that area. I'm working on one right now that just kind of started with luxury homes. This is not a luxury home. I'm just trying to figure out my template. But how to load the images up there, yeah, that's not going to be an image. This was a sample in a class I've done. But how about utilizing the CB Platinum Listing Rewards Program and having that be part of your luxury homes, and say, hey, here's all the great luxury stuff. Free preview agents, I would maybe call this preview homes. And even if you're not a previews agent, you can certainly still call it previews homes and not be a previews agent. You still have access to our previews marketing if you take an upper end listing. So again, we can get in here, add pictures, add images, add text. We do have some editability here. Oops. So up at the top here, we do have some text color changes. We can add some bolding. We can Oops. Change the font size. You want something a little bit larger. We have a pretty decent amount of fonts. The reason they're not too many is because sometimes when the program on different computers change those, they don't change them to look quite exactly right. You know, good old Haveltech is usually a pretty standard one. You can see you can do some stuff in there. Start typing it up. Use some of the stuff. You know, Todd Moyer's always sending stuff out about previews, about previous properties, rotating those listings out, and being able to really customize that to your liking. The images, source image. So this is a little tricky. So some folks are like, oh my gosh, how do I get my images on here? This is where you pull the source. Now, I'm not sure, and Katrina has just stepped out, but I believe there's a different program for it, but I use a program called TinyPic to get my source code. So I'm going to go up here real fast. I'm going to type in tinypic.com, and it opens it up right here. And now it lets me choose a file, and I don't know if hopefully she's got some. Oh, I think I have to do something special on her computer. There we go. Command. Choose a file, and I'm hoping she has an image here somewhere. I'm not familiar with this. That's a screenshot image. Oh, you know what I can maybe do? Maybe I can just go in here and save one. Save this image. Hold on. Uh-oh, but I don't know how to. I'm sorry. I'm not savvy on Apple. Anyway, let's go back into here. To TinyPic. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, here we go. Choose a file. Let me see if I can find something image-based. This PDF. Agent photos. Here we go. Allison. Allison, if you're out there, I'm putting in a nice picture of you. And then I click open. So here's Allison. And now I upload now. Now, this is the price of free. You have to watch the little silly commercial or whatever it is. And then it says, please enter get photo editing effects. So you have to type in get photo editing. That's the price of free, just so you know. Upload the image. And then you'll see right here, this is the one you want, the very bottom one, where it says direct link for layouts. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this. Go copy. Oh, copy. And see. What's copy on this, Katrina?
Control C.
Control C.
Command C.
Oh,
sorry.
Command C. Oh, I did have it right. Command C. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back in here into home base, and I'm going to paste that into the source, which is Command V, and then I click OK. So now that image shows up here. And now we can resize it and change it whatever we need to. So it's a little bit of a kind of a workaround for this program. So I'll show you that one more time. And then you can resize it, etc. So let's go back into TinyPic. And in TinyPic, we're going to click, oops, it's going to open up and look like this. And we're going to choose a file, and it'll open up yours. And I'm going to pick Nick this time. And I'm going to click Open. Then I'll click Upload File. And then we've got the price of free. Enter the following. Law of signs. I have no idea what that says. I think it says law of, no idea what that is. And then we've got this picture for layout. We'll select that. Command C for copy. Control C if you're a user. And then I'm going to put it right in here, right where I got my cursors. Where it's going to go. I'm going to put Command V. Oops, sorry, I told you that wrong. I have my cursor setting where I want the picture to go. Sorry. We've got to open up our image editor, and then we're going to go Command V, and then OK. And there it is. Whoa, it's really big. So you can see when we did this, right down here, we can constrain it too. So I can change this to, I don't know, 200 by 300, and you constrain the properties. Now we've got a little bit more of a better picture of Nick. A good picture of you, Nick. And again, he can move that around. So you can do this for any image you use. And again, the program I use is called TinyPic. It's just a free site. You can go there, and it will create that direct link for layouts for you. Because when you go here, you're going to say, where's my insert button? Where's my choose a file? It's not there. You actually have to grab source from another location. So that's how that works. Which is really kind of cool. You could also, you can add links to that. So if I have this image and I want to send them somewhere, I can add that link to it as well. So if you have a report or something that you want to send them to go get, that you maybe have stored in your blog or someplace else, you can add that to it as well. All right, let's go back up here. We've talked about the site, and we've talked about the pages, adding all these pages. Blog post, this is a pro feature. So you can see in my site, I have this blog right here. And no, I do not write any of this blog, not at all. The company writes this and loads it up here. So this is kind of cool. Top 4 deal killers for home buyers. Click on this and it runs through there. Don't mess with your mortgage pre-approval. Read homeowners association documents carefully. Inspection problems, budgeting blunders. So now here's what's really cool. Why don't you go ahead and copy this image. How do I copy this? Command C. Am I on the image? Can I grab this image somehow? Maybe I can't. But what you can do is go right here. Select this. I'll show you what else you can do. Because the cool thing about Coldwell Banker is they write all this amazing content for you. And so what I want you to be able to do is use it as many places you want to use it. One of the places that I think is a great place to use it is in your, I'm going to go Command C for copy, as copy, Command C?
Command C.
Command C, copy, paste. So now I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go to my Facebook page. Now I'm not going to do it here, but I can go to Jason, oops, sorry, Facebook. And of course I'm on Katrina's page here, but what we can do is what's on your mind, and we can paste that, Command V, paste it right in there. And she can call it, you know, hey, if you're thinking about buying a home, here are some blunders. Now, I'm not going to put this on Katrina's page for her, but the cool thing is you can take all this great content that you have at your site and load it into other locations. You can put it on your Facebook. You can put it on, you can start making that part of your own blog if you have a custom blog that you're using offline. So that's kind of a cool thing to do. I'm going to go ahead and...
You can show anything that you want. I don't mind.
Okay, she can do it. I would add a picture to it. I always think that's nice. But then I click return, and now post. The only thing I didn't do is put a message at the top here. So Katrina can go back in here and edit this, comment, and this one is, what was it, 4 blunders, 4 deal killers for home buyers. So we can go 4 deal killers for home buyers. Exclamation mark, enter. Home buyers are 2 words, but that's all right. So you get the idea. And again, you can take the picture and put it on there if you want as well. So that's for the blog post. The footer is just some standard verbiage that we kind of have there. Without an experienced realtor buying selling property in an intimidating, stressful process. You can feel free to edit that if you want. You can change it that or whatever you want it to. This is kind of some stuff the company had. and that I've added to it, put my 13 years of experience. Rest assured, I don't believe in. I think I got to change it to 14 now. And then up, save. Anytime you make a change, make sure that you click save. Community served. You can add the zip codes of the areas that you work. So you can see I've got several zip codes in here. Some of them are overlapping between Level 4 columns, but these are the areas that I primarily work in northern Colorado. You can add a community, very simple to do. Click add community, locate the community on the map, put it in there. Now, with mine, the kind of cool thing about my page is that as opposed to just the communities is fine. I have this one here, which talks about the community I serve, so you can kind of see the area. And then, as a pro user, you have the Market Insider. So this is one of the really cool things about this program, and not everyone's a pro user, but if you are, this Market Insider is great. If I have anyone who I'm talking to who's thinking about moving to Colorado, really anywhere, but just moving to Colorado, I said, well, if you want to do a little homework before you get there and see what it's like to live there, go to my website, jasonkingery.com, and type in Market Insider. You type in Market Insider, and they hit 80550, and if you want to know what it's like to live in beautiful Windsor, Colorado, click the search. It'll talk to you about the market analysis, the market trends and inventory. It says the number of active listings in Windsor has increased by 13.9% for the previous month. That's a good sign. Median number of days active properties listed 44, significantly shorter than the national average. Number of sales dropped by 48% from the previous month. Property ownership. Over 70% of the homes are owned, 5.59 vacancy rate, and nearly 25% rentals. The median list price right now is down significantly. The median list price this summer was close to $460. So the median list price is actually down pretty significantly. And we've got properties on there for them to review. Also, go to community information. Household incomes, education levels, crime risk, very, very low. Weather risk. Well, we live in Weld County, so you're going to get hail and you're going to get tornadoes. More tornadoes in Weld County than anywhere else in the world, although most of them in the far northeast corner where nobody lives. The median age, married, number of homes with children, grocery stores. You get the idea. So this is really kind of a cool thing to get these people looking in here. If they have children, say, hey, go take a look here. So there's a couple sites I recommend when people have children and they're trying to figure out schools and everything. And everybody wants the best schools for their kids. One, I think, is important that you are in a good district. Windsor is 4 out of 5 stars. The Windsor RE district is number 6 in the state, actually. So it's very high. Has lists of the other schools there. And then it also has the, the other site that I recommend you go to. There's 2 of them that I recommend folks go to when they're trying to figure out for their kids. One is schooldigger.com. I recommend you go to schooldigger.com. That's got some good information, slightly different. And then the one that has a lot of the testing sources is greatschools.org. And both of those sites are a great place to find out specific information on school districts. I also recommend when you have someone relocating to the area, you actually send them the links to the actual school districts that they're in. So the Poudre School District, the Weld RE4 District, St. Vrain District, wherever they're purchasing, send them the link to that district so that they can be fully informed. Say, hey, if you've got specific questions, because what I don't want to be held responsible for them buying a house and then the lines get drawn the next year and the kids are going to a different school. So I really want to try to make that as easy as possible for them. We also have compare areas, which is kind of cool. If they're considering, they want me to sign in. I'm not going to do that right now, but you can sign in and do that as well. And comparing the 2 areas in the Market Insider. I'm going to keep asking me to sign in because I'm constantly in here. Oh, I'm not typing this computer. Oops. I get my email all wrong here. Sign in. Nope, no, asked me to sign in. I did the wrong one. They wanted me to create a new account. Sorry. So there I am, Peyton Manning, signed in. I'm not really Peyton Manning. We're just good buddies. Insider tips. The last piece here, kitchen island styles of fit and use. Just kind of got stuff about buying homes. And this is kind of cool. So this is another one of those things where we've got all this amazing content put together for us. You know, after a hailstorm, put this, you know, post this post on your Facebook page, you know, about roofs and that kind of stuff. So let's go back into here. We've talked about the communities. Recommendations, that's something you can get as a pro user. So you can see we've got recommendations loaded up into here. Your search fields. So this I keep pretty broad. So you can make it more narrow, but here's the thing. In this market where there's so little inventory, I want to give people the most amount of options available, if you will. So you can see I only have a few things for them to pick from. Single family, condo, townhomes, lot, acreage, resident mobile. I do not do mobile homes. I don't do very much farm and ranch. I do some commercial, but not much of that. Vacation, timeshares, rental properties. And then resale, new, foreclosed, bank loans. So these are some options that they have. I kept it pretty broad. I don't want them to, oh, we're not going to look at a house if it doesn't have air conditioning. All right, for just about any house between $1,800 and $2,500, you can get air conditioning. So that's something we negotiate on. But this will allow them when they're searching to have a lot more opportunities. Search areas, yeah, they can search all areas of my website. I don't have anything tricky. Website registration, so they say a value of 1 is recommended. So the number of property detail pages that your visitor can view before being required to register. Now mine is only 99 because I am on here all the time training. If I just put 1, I would be logging in all the time every time I'm clicking around here. But I can tell you, if I was just a regular agent, not in this site training all the time, mine would be 1. I don't, you know, people say, well, you know, then they might just leave your page. Well, if they never sign in, then don't do you any good anyway. You can add a search widget if you're a pro user. Let's go down to my account. So most of this stuff will be pre-populated for you. You can add into there's your social media. Make sure that those are on there, because when you get to my page under About, there's all my social media stuff. And I use the company's Pinterest one. So when it goes there, it goes to CB Colorado, Coldwell Banker, tons of boards, tons of pictures. I think that's kind of cool because I'm not a big Pinterest kind of fella. Add those two. And all you do is click the bottom. Add social media. You have to edit. Click Edit, your MLS. And after you do any of this stuff, make sure you click Save. So if I wanted to edit one of my social medias or add one to it, I would just select the one that I wanted. You know, do you have a MySpace? I mean, if you're under 13, you might have a MySpace page. Do you have a WordPress blog or a YouTube channel? Add it in there and then click Save. Your office information, and this should be pre-populated for you, but I do want you to just go in there and confirm that it's all correct. You know, that there was no input errors on there. Activity alerts, I have everything turned on. The only thing, new message from non-contact, fine. Jason King of Colorado Homes. MLS administration. So you have to fill out a little application to select from your MLS. So up north, Iris, are you Pikes Peak, Colorado Real Estate Metro, etc. So I go Iris, select the MLS, save. Mine already exists, so you'll do your own. And again, the last one was the email settings, where we talked about the creating your signature. You can also create a quick text to send to people. Address of the home for sale. Contact already has an agent. Reform, so address of the home for sale. So this is just a quick test. I've activated your account to be able to view all the addresses in the home. So if I just go back to my site, the web link here, sign in, address will appear. You get the idea. So really, I think would be great for you guys is spend some time in your website admin and start really fleshing out your site. Start really customizing it, making your own. I want to go over one other thing just kind of quickly here, and we'll wrap up here in about the next 10 minutes. But I want to go over one more piece, and that's going to be the campaigns, because I really think this is something a lot of agents are missing out on. One, because you're meeting people all the time, and you're trying to convince them to buy, sell, or invest in real estate with you, and you have to have that constant contact, if you will, to ensure that when the word real estate crosses their brain, that your name comes to mind. So the campaigns is one of the places to go there. You can go into My Campaigns. And so these are active campaigns that I have active. You can update more. You can do whatever you want. Then under the Marketing Center, on the left, it says Campaign Templates. Another amazing reason to be a pro user, and I sound like I'm getting a cut on you guys being a pro user. I assure you I'm not, but I do want you to understand that if you're not a pro user, you don't have 88 results here. You probably have maybe 20, maybe 25 choices. So this one feature alone is more than worth 175 bucks. And you can see, you can start going through here and finding all the different campaigns they have. Birthday posts, you can do similar to those in Panda as well. A blank campaign, guerrilla marketing campaign, buyer. So this one has 8 email steps. It says use this funny punny campaign to prospect for new buyer leads. Total touches 8. The duration takes 4 months for this. Reaching potential buyers with eye-catching messages. Keep your name top of mind. We just talked about that, creating that tone with that top of mind awareness. With past clients who may be in the initial stage of the new home search, encourage campaign recipients to contact you with a phone. So let's say I choose this template. So here it is. Here's the template. And you can see this one's kind of cute. It's all around there. You can just click on it to see what it looks like. And it says, call me today to stay ahead of the pack. Oh my God, it's time to put a new woof over your head. That's just adorable. Who doesn't love puppies? So the other cool thing about this is you can decide how fast you want them to get these. You want them to get them, you want to drag it out over, like you said, 4 months. Or like, look, these people are kind of hot to trot, so I want to touch base with them about every 3 or 4 days to ensure that when they decide to pull the trigger, that I'm the phone call they make. So 1 day after I've added the contact, they're going to get this email. Another 14 days, they get the spread your wings email. Think it's time to spread your wings? Let me help you find the perfect nest. So, but maybe you're like, these people are kind of fast track. I can change this from 14 days to 5. I'm going to send them another one. So schedule 5 days after step 1. So after this one goes out, 5 days later, does this one go out? Now I'm going to keep them on a 5-day rotation. I'm going to change this one to 5. 5 days after step 2. This one, 5. 5 days after step 3. And you can make that a little farther or not. You can take this, need to move. I can help make that happen. Just give me a call. The other thing you can do is personalize this. So let's say you don't like the, need to move, or moving soon, whatever. You can add this. Just give me a call. I'd love to help you find your greener pastures. Oh, that's clever. That right there is clever. Did I spell greener right? G-R-E-N-E-R? Yeah, I think so. And then after you make any of those changes, you can that will save up here on the top. You can save that. So you can do that. Do you want to save changes? No, I don't. I'm not going to save that one. But you get the idea. So the cool thing about this campaign is you can, one, tailor it, time frame, tailor the message, make it very specific to your folks. After you're finished, and maybe you are going to make changes on here, make sure you click Save and Continue. Then you can add or remove a contact by simply clicking this. Any of the people in your contacts list, I can just add them to that. Boom, add them as eligible contacts. Start sending them to it. The last thing you do have to do is review and activate. You do have to activate the campaign. And so this is kind of some CYA, I think, on the site's part to make sure that no one's buying lists and just spamming people. And it just says, I have reviewed this campaign and its recipients. I agree that all the email addresses have opted in to receive the email from me and are not from a harvested or purchased list. I understand violation of this policy will result in loss of email features and termination of my account. So if anyone signs in at an open house, they've given you permission to market to them. If you've had a good conversation with someone, let them know you're going to be marketing to them. They can always tell you to stop, and that's fine. Then you stop. And include show place properties on all emails. You can do that. I can add email only, print only, none. This one, I'll go to, this would be going to the email only one. I'd click these. I'm just going to go ahead, activate campaign. Boom, now that campaign is now in here in my campaigns, and it's the guerrilla marketing. There it is right there. And you can change the name of this too. If you don't like the name of that, when you're in the campaign, this one's called guerrilla marketing, you could change this to whatever you want. So this could maybe be new buyers from open houses, and save and continue. And now that campaign is now new buyers from open houses. So when you go into your campaigns, you can click, say, oh, I got a new buyer from open house. Boom, I've already loaded the contact up. Now I just slap them on that campaign. So you can see there's a lot of really different stuff here. If there's some specific questions or anything you guys have, feel free to let Katrina or I know, and we will certainly try to help you answer those. But this really is a very powerful program that, if we do it the right way, I think can really help you create a highly customizable site. Thanks, guys. Have a good